Las Vegas. The name conjures images of dazzling lights, high-stakes gambling, and extravagant entertainment. Millions flock to this desert oasis seeking fortune, thrills, and escape. The Strip pulsates with energy, a 24/7 spectacle of opulence and excess. Tourists lose themselves in the neon glow, oblivious to the hidden realities lurking just beneath the surface. But behind the glitz and glamour, a different Las Vegas exists. A world hidden from the casual observer, tucked away in the shadows of the city's dazzling facade. This is the story of the forgotten souls who call the tunnels beneath Las Vegas home. Beneath the bustling streets and casinos lies a network of flood tunnels, a subterranean world stretching for miles. Originally built to control the infrequent but powerful desert rains, these tunnels have become an unlikely refuge for a growing population of homeless individuals. Concrete walls replace starry skies, the air hangs heavy with moisture and the echoes of dripping water. This is the stark reality for those living in the shadows of Sin City. The tunnels offer protection from the harsh desert elements, but life underground is far from easy. It's a constant struggle against the elements, isolation, and the stigma of their circumstances. The reasons people end up in the tunnels are as varied as the individuals themselves. Some are driven by economic hardship, while others are escaping personal demons or societal pressures. Job loss, addiction, mental health issues, and a lack of affordable housing all contribute to the complex issue of homelessness. The urban tunnels become a last resort for many, offering a semblance of shelter and community in an otherwise unforgiving environment. Meet Sarah, a former casino worker who lost everything after an injury left her unable to work. Her story is one of resilience and survival, navigating a world that has turned its back on her. She now navigates the tunnels with a walker, relying on the kindness of others. Despite her circumstances, Sarah remains hopeful, finding small joys in the connections she makes with fellow tunnel dwellers. John, a veteran struggling with PTSD, finds solace in the quiet darkness, away from the sensory overload of the Strip. The tunnels offer him a refuge, a place where he can escape the memories that haunt him. These are just two faces among many, each with a story to tell, each deserving of dignity and respect. The tunnels are filled with individuals from all walks of life, each with their own unique journey that led them here. Their stories are a stark reminder that homelessness can happen to anyone, and that behind every statistic is a human being. It's a call to action for society to address the root causes of homelessness, and to offer support and compassion to those in need. Community outreach programs and volunteers play a crucial role in providing aid and support to those living in the tunnels. Their efforts bring a glimmer of hope and a sense of humanity to an otherwise bleak situation. Acts of kindness, no matter how small, can make a significant difference in the lives of those who have been marginalized. It's a reminder that we all have a role to play in creating a more compassionate and just society. Life in the tunnels is a constant hustle for survival. Resources are scarce and ingenuity is essential. Residents scavenge for food, clothing, and materials to improve their makeshift shelters. They form tight-knit communities, sharing what little they have and looking out for one another. Days are spent battling the elements, the darkness, and the constant threat of illness. Simple tasks like finding clean water or a safe place to sleep become daily victories. Despite the challenges, the human spirit endures. There's a remarkable resilience among the tunnel dwellers, a determination to survive against all odds. The contrast between life above and below ground is jarring. While tourists indulge in lavish buffets and world-class entertainment, those in the tunnels struggle to meet their basic needs. The roar of slot machines and the cheers from a winning hand are a distant echo in the silence of the tunnels. Above, there's an abundance of everything. Below, a constant struggle for the bare necessities. This stark juxtaposition highlights the economic disparities that plague our society and serve as a sobering reminder of the invisible struggles happening right beneath our feet. Section 6. Finding Hope, the Fight for Dignity. Despite the difficult circumstances, hope flickers in the darkness. Outreach programs and volunteers brave the tunnels, offering food, clothing, medical care, and a listening ear. These acts of kindness, however small, provide a lifeline to those struggling to survive. For some, these programs offer a path back to a more stable life, a chance to escape the cycle of homelessness. The fight for dignity and a better life continues, both within the tunnels and in the hearts of those who refuse to turn a blind eye to the plight of others. Section 7. Beyond the stereotypes, understanding the invisible. It's easy to judge those living in the tunnels, to dismiss them as lazy or undeserving. We often walk past them, barely acknowledging their existence, wrapped up in our own lives and concerns. But what if we took a moment to look deeper, to understand the stories behind the faces we see? The reality is far more complex. Each person in these tunnels has a unique story, a series of events that led them to this point. It's not just about poor choices or lack of effort, it's about a web of circumstances that can trap anyone. Homelessness is not a choice. It's a consequence of systemic issues and personal tragedies. Economic downturns, lack of affordable housing, and inadequate mental health services all play a role. Personal crises like job loss, medical emergencies, or family breakdowns can push people over the edge. The people living in the tunnels are someone's sons and daughters, mothers and fathers. They have families who worry about them, who miss them. They have dreams and aspirations just like anyone else. They are veterans who served our country, who once wore uniforms with pride and now find themselves forgotten. They are workers who lost their jobs, victims of an economy that can be unforgiving and relentless. They are individuals battling addiction and mental illness, often without the support they desperately need. These struggles are not signs of weakness but of a system that has failed them. They deserve our compassion, not our condemnation. Acts of kindness, no matter how small, can make a significant difference in their lives. By looking beyond the stereotypes, we can begin to understand the human faces behind the statistics and work towards real solutions. It's about seeing them as individuals, each with their own story, and recognizing our shared humanity. Section 8. A shared responsibility, bridging the divide. Addressing the issue of homelessness in Las Vegas, and indeed across the nation, requires a multifaceted approach. Affordable housing, job training programs, mental health services, and addiction treatment are all crucial pieces of the puzzle. We need to shift our focus from simply managing homelessness to actively preventing it. This requires a collective effort from government agencies, non-profit organizations, and individuals willing to step up and make a difference. We must remember that the measure of a society is not how it treats its most fortunate, but how it cares for its most vulnerable. Section 9. Looking forward, a call for compassion and action. This section is dedicated to exploring the ways we can come together as a community to address the pressing issues of homelessness and inequality. The hidden world beneath Las Vegas is a stark reminder of the inequalities that persist in our society. These tunnels, often unseen and forgotten, are home to many who have fallen through the cracks. They are a testament to the urgent need for systemic change and compassionate action. It's a call to action, a plea for compassion and understanding. We must recognize the humanity in every individual and extend our hands to help those in need. Volunteering, donating, and simply showing kindness can make a significant difference. We cannot continue to ignore the plight of those living in the shadows. Their struggles are real, and their voices need to be heard. By acknowledging their existence and their stories, we take the first step towards meaningful change. By shining a light on their struggles, by sharing their stories, we bring awareness to their plight. Awareness is the first step towards empathy, and empathy is the foundation of action. And by working together to find solutions, we can address the root causes of homelessness. Community meetings, policy changes, and innovative solutions are all part of the process. We can create a brighter future for all. A future where everyone has the opportunity to thrive, not just survive. This vision requires collective effort and unwavering commitment. It's time to bridge the divide, to connect communities and foster a sense of belonging. When we reach out to one another, we build stronger, more resilient societies, to extend a helping hand, to offer support and resources to those who need it most. Every small act of kindness contributes to a larger movement of change, and to build a society where everyone has the opportunity to thrive, not just survive. This means creating inclusive communities where diversity is celebrated and everyone has access to the resources they need. The journey may be long and the challenges may be great, but the destination is worth striving for. A world where everyone has a place to call home, where no one is left behind. But the destination is a world where everyone has a place to call home. A world where compassion and action go hand in hand, creating a brighter, more equitable future for all.